How's it going, everybody? Shinigami here to bring you a review. Now, for some of y'all, it might be in your best interest. Some of you, if you just have a Disney Plus subscription and you want to subscribe to it, then fine. And you don't mind watching a bunch of the Marvel stuff that's recent. All right. For me personally, the recent Disney Plus stuff that has been added has kind of felt like a chore and like homework. Echo is no different. The fact that they decided to dump all 5 episodes when it was originally planned to have 8 episodes in total, and also Kevin Feige definitely had a hand at saying that this thing should be canned before they did any reshoots. Adding that all together, this wasn't necessarily the best series that was critically acclaimed, right? Or even positively received. I see a lot of people on the audience side where on Facebook or in certain social medias, you'll see different kind of thought processes going on, or fabrications, I guess you could say. Because when it comes to I guess like Facebook, for instance, there are people very easily pointing out that hey, the first kind of portion is alright, but then the last episode just fucking went off the the reservation, as some would say. Oh my god, oh what a fucking joke, whatever. But it really did just go off the fucking cliff and not make sense, and just really was bonkers, because it's quite unfortunate, because the MCU could be so much better if they adapted the source material as it was supposed to be. When you have so much good lore behind it, you have plenty of characters with good powers, as for instance, Echo's original powers are to echo the person she's fighting against. She has a photographic memory to where when she sees someone fighting and sees those moves, she's able to immediately copycat them, basically, and it becomes a detriment to the opponent that she's facing. It's basically like a taskmaster, or similar. She's even been able to fucking defeat Daredevil, right? And in these clips that I'm gonna go over and kind of cover a little bit, I'll just kind of be briefly describing what happens beforehand before I show what goes on, right? So in the first half right now, we got what happens with a recap of Echo with the addition of Hawkeye. Sorry, it's everything that happened in Hawkeye where Echo was present, I should say. So I'm going to show that clip real quick, and then we'll cut back to the present.
Be manipulated. Your boss wanted your father dead.
Boom. Alright, so given enough time there, from that point on, I will show off the Daredevil scene. But just before I go into that, the parts that I want to talk about with the previous, the fact that the first episode takes up, basically half the episode to cover what previously happened on Hawkeye, just to get into Echo, really bogs down the fact that it's not actually 5 episodes. It's more like 4.5, because what you actually get from new content is 4.5 episodes. So they really cut it down, chopped it up, and you see the editing take place from here and going forward, right? Because you're going to see on that there are plenty of storylines that were supposed to have continued and then just don't get mentioned, right? You got Biscuit and some other fucking people that the cousin, they don't get really fleshed out as much as they should have, where we did with WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or even Moon Knight, right? So cutting into the next scene, we will get into the Echo shows off her power strength, and her also leg gets damaged in that fight. So get into that. Boom. Here we are, moving on to the next bit. Okay. So after that, we'll discuss a little bit of what goes on there. You kind of see the fact that she has the ability to kind of, resonate that power from beyond the grave, right? And her strength increases, being able to push the cart away and free her leg. All right. But again, still, the main issue is that they changed her original powers because they thought it was lame, right? But yet it's lame and gay, yes. And well, to be fair, she's kind of asexual. We don't really know what the fuck she's into. Echo kind of seems to be pandering into the middle section there. So she can go gay, she can go straight. We don't know yet. Yep, exactly. But for now, we don't know. And from there, we're going to go off onto the next clip where we see her leg get fixed, and we get a little bit of showing of the ancestral plane, I guess you could say, her ancestral flashbacks, right? So we'll get into that real quick. Going on now. Moving on. All right, so you kind of see what kind of sucks and it's just kind of stupid around this point where she's having a flashback, seeing her ancestors and stuff, and that gets her caught into getting chloroformed, right? I kind of feel like that's one of the shittiest parts about that whole little ordeal that's going on, is that she's able to get caught in that whole fucking bullshit. If you have these powers, you should have the self-awareness like fucking Spider-Man, right? Like other characters, like even Cap, right? They had the ability to just be able to dodge shit before it even came at them. But this bitch, she can't dodge fucking shit. All right. Well, okay, she can. But, when it comes to like having these flashbacks, she's kind of in a spell. Just, all right. So, cutting in from there, we'll move on to the part where the roller skate rink, right? Where instead of, she should have been in a fucking casino, because we know damn well that, I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a stereotype, but Indians typically own casinos, right? And they're on reservations. I don't mean to be offensive, but it definitely is a thing, and this show didn't portray that. I'm sorry, but I've definitely been to Inn of the Mountain Gods. Beautiful place, a lot of Indians there. I didn't lose I lost a lot of money, unfortunately. Most of it wasn't mine, but fair enough. That's all that counts. I made $50 on that. That's all that counts. But hey, the Indian casinos, they ain't bad all the time, okay? They got some interesting games. I got to play some kind of Frogger edition while I was there. Good animations. But let's get into that clip right now.
One of you's got a babysitter.
Her zip ties told you I heard something. No.
All right, moving on. All right, so I'm gonna break down what goes on in that point. We basically see her beat the fuck out of some white folk, outsmarting them because they're stupid white bitches and white folk, right? And then you also see that the dude gets shot. You also see her bust the dude through the fucking wall. And then obviously her powers start coming into play, where she's having flashbacks and reoccurring powers that start popping up. Just real good shit, right? Anyways, from there on out, We're gonna move on to the next clip that basically shows her getting a contact implant that was shoved in through fucking Kingpin, which she had came to go kill him and other bullshit, right? In doing so, she sees whatever. We'll cut into that. Ready, set.
Can we please talk? I thought that we could have a Sunday family dinner. It's something that I want to pass on to you until I got strong enough to stop him. I killed him to be free. So enough games. Free me!
Boom, we're back. All right, from that point on, she's basically seen, you know, that fucking stupid ASL hologram bullshit. I don't like it. I think it's kind of lazy. The fact that he didn't want to sign. Also, the fact that a lot of the speech and sign language at times does not match. So you can see where it's been cut. And also to add the fact that Kingpin has gone full fucking bull pussy, where he's, you know, wanting to commit suicide at this point. It's kind of stupid. Anyways, moving on from that point, we're going to see the point where she gets rid of... Oh, sorry. Where she gives her grandma and her cousin powers. Ready, set, go.
Now, take them out!
All right, we're back, and hopefully that clip wasn't too long, but as you can see, she gives them powers. She's able to do the same thing fucking Thor and other people have done in the MCU. I think Moon Knight, maybe, if it wasn't mistaken, but yeah, she's giving people powers and other shit. That's kind of whatever, dumb at this point. I'm done with it. Let's just move the fuck on. Finally and foremost, at this point, we have the last scene where she gets rid of Kingpin's anger and pain. Ready, set, go.
I am not who you want me to be! What did you do?
Alright, after that clip, hopefully it's enough for you. She gets rid of what Kingpin is made of, right? And makes him cry towards the end. I'm sorry, that part of him crying I didn't get to, but she definitely gets that happening in the show and gets him to cry. Jesus Christ. All I can say from this series is it was a fucking slog to get through, and the first episodes were okay, bad, but then it gets really fucking heavy towards the end, right? I'm sorry, but yeah, hopefully this gets better. The fact that they decided to drop it all in one go also shows that they were just ready to have all that news go in only 1 week, and then that's it, right? What else can I say? What the MCU now consists of is doing as much homework as you can in the so-and-so Disney Plus series, and then getting ready for a movie that hopefully, if you've watched the Disney Plus series, this makes more sense, whether you get a little bit more enjoyment out of it, right? But from what I've seen, the only film that I had last enjoyed, which besides No Way Home, was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Why? Because it was self-contained. It was a good, heartfelt story with Rocket, Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, and all the other cast members in that series. And you got a good fucking movie out of it, right? Some good violence, some good heartfelt moments, wholesomeness, and a lot of crying, that's for sure. But with the current MCU, yeah, you can get gritty, you can get all this and that with the blood and bullshit, but you can't get past good storytelling. I'm just saying, that's all it is. Let me know what y'all think in the fucking comments below, but Echo is just not that. So if it's good enough for you, hopefully you enjoyed it, but I'm just saying here, it was a much slogfest to get through. So let me know. Y'all have a good night, good evening, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.